And greenhouse gases are emissions, right, from human activity, but they also arise from natural processes too. And essentially, greenhouse gases, when they are too high, when like the levels are like really high, are bad for the atmosphere. So I'm not sure if you've ever heard the expression, the forests are the lungs of the earth. So, do you know the word lungs? Lungs? Yeah. So the forests are the lungs of the earth because plants release oxygen. And definitely true. However, phytoplankton actually produce 50 to 80% of all of our Earth's oxygen. So it would be more accurate to say that oceans are the lungs of the Earth. Which I thought, when I first learned that, I thought that was really interesting because it's obvious to think about a land plant producing oxygen, but to think of something in the sea that's producing oxygen, like in way greater quantity, like almost 80% of all Earth's oxygen, that's huge. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's basically that's how phytoplankton work. They take in carbon dioxide and they release oxygen. And because of that, they also fix carbon. So they're carbon fixing, which means they take the carbon and they put it back into the earth so that it doesn't escape into the atmosphere. And that's good, right? If we think about greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide escaping into the atmosphere and depleting the ozone layer, then fixing carbon into the earth is a good thing. Right. Okay, so why does this matter? It matters because plastics in the ocean are harming our ocean's phytoplankton. So imagine if you were a single-celled plant organism and you're floating around in the ocean near the surface of the water, and all of a sudden you drift into an area where there's less light. So, and you realize, well, you can't realize because you're not a thinking creature, but somebody watching might notice that you've drifted underneath a patch of garbage, of trash. So much of the Earth's trash that escapes into the oceans stays at the surface of the water, which means that light from the sun can't penetrate and get into that surface layer of water. So like patch of garbage, if like normally the sun can like go, deeper into the ocean, the garbage kind of like keeps the sun from getting into that ocean layer. And then phytoplankton can't photosynthesize. So like they can't produce oxygen or fix carbon. And beyond that, have you ever heard of microplastics?